I always love when I see that media composer project, and especially with a big group, because it just makes everything so much easier and we can work as a team then. My name is Michael Oliver. I'm an Emmy nominated editor for Welcome to Wrexham and for episode 15, Up the Town. The thing I love most about the show is the town people. It's their stories. Their stories are unbelievable. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different personality. It's just amazing hearing everybody else's stories in different versions. And then it all ties in with the club and the sports. So it really brings together the two things I love most, sports and storytelling. There's nothing better I can think of. The reason why we picked this Up the Town, episode 15, for our Emmy nomination is because really it's the finale of both seasons 1 and season 2. Seeing the team go from nothing and then finally get that promotion that they've been looking for. So we knew as a team to really put that in because that was the most emotional storytelling, closed in the book of some of the stories, and just the one moment that everybody will never forget from the town of Wrexham. I totally forgot it was nomination day. And all of a sudden, my phone started blowing up by the other producers from our show, the other editors saying congratulations. And I just didn't click on me. I'm like, why are you saying congratulations to me? And they're like, you're nominated for a Primetime Emmy for editing for the Welcome to Wrexham. And so it wasn't until the end of the day where I was like, sat down and I turned to my wife and I told her, I'm like, babe, I'm nominated for a Primetime Emmy. And she just looked at me and she's like, that's how you're gonna tell me? Just nonchalantly? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. She's like, Mike, that's a huge deal. And I'm like, okay. And then it finally started coming in and people were congratulating me once the word got out. And that's when I realized, like, okay, this is pretty cool. I would say the biggest challenge to make this episode work is making everything flow, making all these different stories come together as one. It wasn't just like focusing on one story, we had a lot. And we had to put them all in and just the right amount. That was the hardest part. What amount is just the right? And to get everybody in, the story of the game, trying to put I wouldn't say like closed book on the stories, but more of like, okay, we're wrapping the season up kind of thing. And we had just edited over and over again, and then, you know, it was always long, but we had to pick what are the moments that we love the most, and what is the best stories to tell in so little time. So I would say that would be probably the hardest part. What really helped me and the other editors craft this episode was mainly, for me, was the multicam tool. When it comes to the matches, we have like 9 cameras going at the same time. We have the feeds from the production going. And so without the multicam, it would take 5 times, 6 times longer to go through all that footage and to line everything up and everything like that. So when it comes to the matches and everything, multicam is the best, what we use. I'm like, without it, it would suck. So it's the only way we can think of doing a show like this was with multicam. The way Avid Media Composer helped me throughout my career is it's the leading software for editing out there in our world, in the television industry, in the movie industry. Avid is the top one. It opens your opportunity to jobs that you can feel good going to it and you know how to use it. I always love when I see that media composer project, and especially with a big group, because it just makes everything so much easier and we can work as a team then. We can share ideas. We can say, hey, can you just look at my timeline? Even though we're working from home, I can still see somebody else's timeline. Avid is probably one of the most used softwares for editing out there. Every job almost I've ever had is Avid. To get to know Avid inside and out will help you get work, and no doubt about it.